All right, Praz, hang with us. We're going to talk about a Chevy Bolt rival here as we continue on the road for EVs. It has been a bumpy road for Tesla this year as the stock skids towards its largest annual decline ever. So can it bounce back next year? Roth Capital analyst Craig Irwin joins us now. Craig, good to see you. So do you think Tesla stock could bounce back next year? And if so, by how much?
So I have an $85 price target and a neutral rating. I've had one of the most bearish price targets on this stock now for about 2 years. My thesis has been underpinned by the fact that Toyota makes about an order of magnitude more vehicles than Tesla. There's nothing that Tesla has that Toyota doesn't. But Tesla's been egregiously overvalued. So we have seen the repricing of Tesla throughout the year as competition has incredibly come into the market, as people have understood the outlook for pricing pressure, and the longer-term trajectory where everyone assumed that Tesla would operate in a vacuum hasn't come together. Forget about, robo-taxis and the other daydreams that were out there. The company's been executing, but not nearly as well as the daydreamers. So the lofty valuations come off, and it has to come back to earth. So I think Tesla's short-term trading is really going to be a function of whether or not Jack Dorsey goes back to Twitter, or maybe Dick Costolo, put Elon's focus back on the company and on driving units. But they're having problems, right? That's why they're discounting. So I'm still bearish. I'm sticking with my $85 price target. There's a short-term relief rally here.
Yeah, Craig,
but
Craig,
I think
on that price target, that assumes about 31% downside from current levels.
Yes.
Do you want to go to a sell rating here, and what ultimately sends the stock down 30%?
Excellent question. So I am very bullish on the EV industry, right? EVs are inevitable. They're going to continue taking market share. Tesla's a pioneer. They deserve credibility for that. And I've always believed that there are very specific levers that Elon Musk can pull. He would call them levers. Specifically, I'm excited about the mini car. I think that expands their market greatly, gets them into lower price vehicles. And I think it was a very big mistake for them not to move forward with the concessions necessary to produce in the Indian market. The whole strategy of doing knockdown factories where they sort of incrementally source parts locally, not going to work in India, but the Indian market is a tremendous market, just as important as China. If they were to get back on track with those two things, you could see me actually turn constructive. Because the growth here is amazing and they're dominating. But I just right now think there's much better places for people to put money.
Hey, Craig, Pross here. So talking about stateside and about the IRA that we were just talking about earlier, do you think that Tesla's not going to really benefit from the changes to the law that are coming in on the first introduction? They're back into the regime. They're also getting that potential of a lease credit there. Or do you think other automakers like GM are better situated?
So it is unfortunate that Elon Musk has had a semi-antagonistic relationship with politicians of one party, right? It's unfortunate. When laws are written, when tax laws are written, it's quite strange how sometimes some vendors can be written in, some can be written out. I'm no expert on tax law, but I did appreciate your piece just before this interview. I think it could be problematic for them to pull down the subsidies, right? These are going to be very, very good for electric vehicles, but it looks like they could be better for competition than for Tesla. Now, if they're able to qualify for the 55 or other things, we will have to see them come up with cheaper cars. So therefore, pricing pressure as they downsize batteries, give away range, decontent things. So call me a skeptic. I think they face pricing pressure and negative estimates momentum for a sustained period. That's not going to drive valuation in a growth stock. It's a growth stock. You need positive estimates momentum for a growth stock to work.
So, all right, now that 2 out of 4 of us in this conversation are not experts in tax law, let's focus in on the fact that you just said they're going to need to create a car that perhaps has more production synergies, similar to what we've already seen between the 3 and the Y. So if we see more of that in the future, does that mean less sexy, fanfarous vehicles coming to the market from Tesla? And where does the rest of the auto market and the competition that's ramping up their production on the EV side and already been taking orders, where do they start to take share?
So, I mean, small cars don't have to be less sexy, right? I mean, look at the Mini Cooper. That is a great vehicle. It's been,
That's not
nicely
a sexy car, Craig.
Oh, Craig, come on. I was liking your rating and everything, and then you dropped that comment. Oh, Craig.
Come on. No, I mean, a lot of sort of Gen X, Gen Y people like that car. BMW makes great money with that car, and they've made it, at VDL Netcar for all these years. Now they've only just pulled in production, so they're going to make more money with it. I think something like that could be a tremendous seller in Europe, probably in India, in other international markets. You and I might not buy one. I mean, heck, I probably wouldn't want to be seen ever in one of those. But it's a cool car. It's sexy. A lot of the kids love them. A lot of the teenagers and people in their 20s and 30s love small cars like that for the practicality. And the Europeans love them too. So we have to be realistic about that. And a lower priced featured car, it could be a driver of long-term growth. And, it doesn't have to be low margin, which is what BMW has proven to us.
All right, we're going to workshop the Mini Cooper as sexy with the Yahoo Finance viewers and listeners. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Craig Irwin, Roth Capital Analyst, alongside Yahoo Finance's Pros Supermania. Happy New Year's to you both.